Get your Black Horse Courier here. Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse Courier. Get your Black Horse Courier here. can't do like the camera all the time.
Okay, my camera's like moving. I need to get a proper stand for this webcam. Let's see, my voice seems to be okay. Alrighty. Yeah, sorry about all these test messages. I do it because I'm trying out this new stuff, and I'm trying to because I have to like activate it, but sometimes it's not. And then with Kick was kind of just being a little weird right now. But hey guys, Cetra Psycho here. I'm trying out some different settings on my stream. I would ask, please give feedback if the stream is choppy or if the audio is weird, because I'm really trying some different things here. And And it's kind of why I'm making this stream in the first place, because
You've got a real bounce to your step. I'll bet you're quite
I'm finally getting something like decently playable for the stream, it seems like. But I'm not quite happy with how it's performing, if you get my drift. Mainly what I'm trying to get at is normally, and this can be seen pretty much all of my past streams, there is the occasional hiccup here and there with gameplay or the stream, but for the most part I've always had a single PC. As a matter of fact, that's the PC right there. And normally, because I'm a console player, I used to be, not by choice per se, it's just that's the environment I grew up in. I've never really been like what you would call like a fanboy of any kind, you know. I've always talked my shit, of course, but most of the time when I'm talking shit, it's usually because I care. But with that being said, I was just used to console. That's just what I had. And at the time, I would stream to a laptop. That's how I first started my YouTube and my streaming career. But as time came on, I started having disposable income, started improving my gear, and eventually I got a proper PC. Now, that PC was usually never that great for PC gaming, maybe for like little light indie games, but for the most part, if I played heavy hitters, I was still getting it on console because like stuff like my PS4 Pro would just handle it so much better. But like I mentioned, got better job, got better money, got a lot more knowledgeable. I was always self-taught about everything. I hate that people think I just know these things. Like, no, I educate myself on this stuff. I'm not a genius. I'm not some expert. But long story short, now I have a really good PC. Now, I had probably built this full setup around Modern Warfare 2, 2022. And at the time, it was more than good enough. It wasn't perfect. I wasn't getting like blazing 360 frames on Modern Warfare 2 while streaming at the highest quality, recording at the highest quality. But it was good enough for me. Until we started playing this game. Once this game came out, it started making me consider, what do I want to do with my setup? Because I like playing on PC. Now I'm at the point where my Xbox and my PlayStation, I literally had a stream last night where I'm like considering selling these things because I don't even touch them anymore. And that's not to say anybody who plays on console is like beneath me. I'm not that kind of guy. I may act like it sometimes, but that's just me being an asshole. I think for the most part, I think everybody just has what their preferences are. And I've, for the most part, have just gone full on PC. I've even considered going Linux, but that's a whole nother can of worms. I don't really want to get into that. Maybe we can have a discussion on that. But my whole deal is, I have this dual setup PC, or sorry, I have a single PC setup. It streams, it's playing my game right now, and I've found it convenient in the sense of just, what do you call it, just pure, I should cap my FPS too. I've just had that in a sense of pure, just out of just affordability, you know. If I'm just gonna get one PC, I'm gonna make it the biggest and baddest I can. And while it wasn't the best, like, I couldn't justify a 3090 at the time, because that was the generation that was out. But I got a 3070 Ti, and it was more than enough. The VRAM couldn't be better, 8 gigs, not that great, but who am I to judge, you know? I was able to, and I got this during the pandemic. Like, y'all gotta understand, like, that was a really rough time. And now I need an update, and we're in another, we're in another equally rough time.
Come back and see me again.
You too.
And I first was just initially thinking, oh, I just need a better GPU, just upgrade my GPU. But now I'm thinking this is gonna always be a cat and mouse game, you know? Now I'm not saying going dual PC isn't necessarily just as crazy, but it's gonna be less likely. But here's the thing, and this is also no shout out to any, or let me see, no call out to anybody who does do dual PC or who can afford it, or, you know, in the case of like professional streamers or content creators, you know, they like, I mean, there's a lot of popular streamers out there. Specifically, I'm referring to especially the competitive ones. Now, I'm not saying others that are not competitive don't do this, but for the most part, it's the competitive ones that do 2 PC setups because they have one computer dedicated to just playing the game and the other computer dedicated to handling and recording the stream. And I mean, that's fair. They make the money to justify that. And I totally get that too, babe. I know sometimes I saw the long message. I didn't get to reply yet. But the whole point that I'm trying to get across is there's this idea that people need dual PC setup streams. Now, as somebody who's also a PC enthusiast, I love building it. That's kind of my job. While I work in IT, so let you take that from there. I enjoy working with computers. I actually enjoy like figuring things out and stuff like that. Am I the best at it? No, but I think for what it's worth, I'm pretty good at what I do.